farmer, friend, singer-songwriter Lyle Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades Chris Horn.
And we're Those Taste Bud Guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyle. We're Those Taste Bud Guys, and you should subscribe. Or, unless you don't want to, then don't subscribe. Subskibby, whatever. At the very least, just put a playlist on and let it run and, click on occasional ads.
Oh, speaking of playlists, if you're on Spotify, we have a playlist.
Yeah, which we called that out on another episode and said, hey, we're going to put this QR code right here that you can scan.
Oh, we didn't.
Two things happened there. One, I realized that's really tough and you can't really put the QR code up very easily that I could figure without me going through and doing some kind of screenshot of a QR code. And then, it's a total mess. Mm-hmm. And then two, it occurred to me that you'd probably watch it on your phone. You really couldn't QR code a phone that you was holding. I didn't do that. There's a link.
Everyone carries two phones like you, right?
Yeah, everybody does. So instead, there was a link in the comment description section. But yeah, to Lyle's point, we do have a. What do you look for?
I'm looking for some water. Hang on a second. Keep going.
Got some water right here. So, matter of fact, anyhow, so to his point, I brought me water. We do have a Spotify playlist for Those Taste Bud Guys, and if you want to get on there and check it out, then follow it, and you can listen to what we listen to when we're sitting around front porch watching front porch setting, sunset watching, drinking playlist, something like that.
Yeah,
it'll be down in the comments again because I don't remember what it's called. Big long name. All right. The reason we brought that up
is because it's St. Patrick's Day.
Well, it was a few weeks ago.
This is the only. Did she use anything out of this?
Yeah.
But like a drop?
That's how you make the cupcakes or the icing or something. I don't know.
There's not nearly enough. Social Morgan makes these beautiful cupcakes with like a Jameson ganache and Bailey cream this and Tullamore Dew that. All this stuff. She needs to add more whiskey. This is like a
probably right. I think you're probably right. But it's a good thing she didn't bring it. We was going to bring it to the deal, but you said we had plenty, and I think it was 3 bottles.
3 bottles. Well, there's a gin bottle. There's 4 bottles total. 3 bottles of Irish whiskey, 2 bottles of Irish whiskey, a bottle of scotch, and a bottle of gin. And we killed 3 of them.
No, there was 3 bottles of Irish whiskey, wasn't there?
Collins. There's Michael Collins, the Jameson Black Barrel, and
those 2 was gone. Or same thing was gone, and then you had one, didn't you?
I had the Glenfiddich. That's the scotch.
All right, whatever. Anyhow, point being is we had this bottle of...
and you weren't invited.
You were. You guys just didn't show up.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you want to come, give us a shot.
So there is a thing we haven't really done on this show, which is Irish whiskey. And we think we might have maybe done Black Bush Mills at some point, but we're not even sure of that. We both really like Irish whiskey a lot. But for some reason, we don't drink it that much. It's just like a yearly thing. We come around and we have it, and that's that. And yeah.
I needed a little extra.
I'm going to have a little extra myself because I like the stuff just as well.
What makes Irish whiskey, Christopher?
Ireland.
Also, the level of unmalted barley, right?
Yeah, I always get that story screwed up, but it's something like that. It's a big fuck you to England.
Yeah,
it's like Queen.
They were taxing malted barley, from my recollection, and most of their whiskey was like 49% or 50% unmalted malted barley, so they made it 51% malted barley, so they could avoid the tax. Something like that. I think that's why Irish whiskey has an E in it, but
no, actually, turns out that doesn't have anything to do with anything.
It doesn't?
No, apparently it's just kind of, I get my information from Whiskey Lore, so if you guys want to check that podcast out, go. It's
that's a good podcast.
It is a good podcast. It's Whiskey Lore, and you should go check it out. And there's a big thing about the E, and apparently it's just kind of random on who does what.
That sounds appropriate for. I was going to say the Americans messed it up, but
no, because let's see, where are we going? Well, since we're on the subject.
For those of you who are wondering where the review is, welcome to the channel. It takes us a while to get there. There's no E on that.
Mm-mm.
I thought Irish whiskey put the E in.
Nope.
Irish whiskey didn't put the... God damn it.
Like I said, most American whiskeys has the E. The Irish whiskeys doesn't, but it doesn't seem to also matter because I believe...
Yeah, Scotch is the big one that doesn't have the E.
It's kind of a messed up deal. Most of them, I think. Even that, I think there's an exception to it, if I remember right. Anyhow, go check out Whiskey Lore. Don't want to listen to us. We don't know what we're talking about.
Absolutely not.
Okay, Tullamore Dew.
Yes.
Tullamore. I've had one other bottle this one time, and I got it because it's a real pretty little pot thing that comes in and looks like a tea kettle, and you pour out of it, and I loved it, and I emptied it out, and I thought it was really good. And so Social Morgan got this one. And what do you think?
Irish whiskey always confounds me a little bit because I used to describe it as the worst things about all whiskey. Because my thought process was that it's usually very bland, right? It's very meh.
Very smooth.
It's like the most Highland Scotch you can find.
I believe this one also said it was triple distilled. Yeah, triple distilled.
But here's the kicker. That's what I used to think.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've explored more of them, they have more depth than I previously thought.
So even this one is boomy on the nose.
Yeah.
And you get that alcohol burn. But man, as quick as you get past it, there's so much complexity come into them. And it's just really
like there's a fruit note in there. And I want to say raisin, but it's not quite raisin. But there's sort of a dried, sweetened fruit flavor.
Okay, well, I was thinking more orchard type smell. You know,
like apples?
Well, no, flowers. Like going into a fresh orchard kind of flower smell. But I mean, I think we're probably baby apples.
Apple buds. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think somewhere in the middle there's dark fruit. And
what if we started a whole new channel called the Apple Buds?
It'd take us 3 years to get anybody to watch that too, probably.
Anyway, it's a very pleasant nose. A little sweet, a little floral.
The alcohol, the whiskey itself is so light, it's really tough to get past the alcohol on it.
See, on the taste, God, it's so smooth.
It takes me about 3 drinks to get into it. The first drink, I always go, whoo, burns. Mm-hmm. And the second drink, I'm always like, I got nothing out of that. It just doesn't taste like anything. Then your palate acclimates.
That's kind of with wine. It's the same way, right? Like you take a real quick sip, some
all
wine
tannins,
to get your tongue acclimated. Take a second sip, then let it roll off your tongue, and a third sip to kind of let it sit there for a minute and actually pick some stuff up. But yeah. So
I noticed in this one more so than I did the other ones we drank in that this one has a higher wood content.
Yeah,
with flavoring.
It's a little, I don't want to say smoky. Woody's probably a better word. You're right. Woody, there's almost a butterscotch flavor on the back end that kind of comes through for me at the very end, like the push through.
I think the subtle note that is forward on it to me that keeps kind of popping out is like a saltiness. It's like almost briny, flavor that comes along with it.
But still sweet. It's like salted caramel situation.
Yeah, there you go, like a salted caramel.
But not that big dark caramel, and not covered in chocolate. There's no chocolate notes.
Mm-mm.
So
this is very.
Now, I also don't normally drink my Irish whiskey neat.
I almost always have ice in mine.
If you pour this stuff over the rocks, it is. Oh man, it goes down.
Well, there's a reason we drank 3 bottles.
Yeah, real quick.
It wasn't just us, but it was largely us.
I had a couple.
There's a couple other people.
A couple of helpers there. Yeah,
Sarah.
Sarah took out.
Good job, Sarah.
Sarah's going to be on the show at some point.
Should we have some more Irish whiskey?
No, Sarah's brought us a bottle of Old Forester 86.
Oh.
And then we maybe have some beer we're going to do with Sarah at some point as well. If we can get a hold of it, if someone goes to Texas.
I bet it's Miller Lite.
No, it's a craft brew. It's a small craft
Whoa,
brewery,
wow.
but it's something she's going to school
All right.
us on. She has all the
Okay,
information.
that's
You'll
good.
meet our friend Sarah at some point in the future.
We apologize now.
What else do you have to say about Tullamore?
Fuck you, England. Guess. I don't know.
Do they have any whiskeys?
England?
Yeah.
Assume they do.
Why does no one ever talk about English spirits?
They tax
gin.
them.
It's all gin.
That's true. Gin. I do like gin.
London gin. That's the only thing, right?
Guess. I don't know.
If you're from England, please slap the shit out of us in the comments. And
That's fine. We're good with
like,
that.
let us know what's going on in England, where the booze is.
Or if you want to come over, just come on the show.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Hop on a boat, hop on a plane, swim.
The boats all
along.
sink coming out of there. I don't think they build boats very good.
That's fair. All right. Anything else? All right. Until next time.
Whether it be the episode you just kind of enjoying.
Oh, all right. The Tullamore Irish whiskey you're drinking.
Clothes you're wearing with flamingos all over.
People you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new.